Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday night. How is everybody doing? This is awesome. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Oh, let me turn my other phone off. Hold on. Woo! Oh my gosh. What is going on? It is the end of the weekend. I feel like we just got on a live on Friday night. And woo, the energy has switched a lot from Friday to now. We were in the full moon of Sagittarius, and now the moon is in Capricorn. So if you can tell the difference from like the fire energy into the earth energy, you're in tune with your intuition. So that's awesome. Hey, Bill, how's it going? Happy Sunday. Woohoo! I was just sitting here thinking about what I wanted to talk about and really focus on, and just really kind of think about what we needed to do to get through this next week with all of this energy we have going on. And one thing that popped out was the present moment, and it's all about staying in the present moment and understanding that we have gifts right here, right now, serving us. And it's not about looking too far in the future, because really, if we look too far in the future, we become overwhelmed. We become just literally overwhelmed with emotions and feelings because we don't know how to navigate any of these waters right now. So the best thing you can do is just be adrift and trust that the universe is going to take you to where you need to be. So that being said, I wanted to just go ahead and shuffle a card for the collective right now for this week that we have going into June 8th. Today's the 7th. And I think, right? I don't know. I'm like totally like in a time warp. Yes, it is. And anyway, so let's see what the message is, the overall message for us to focus on. So 2 cards popped out. The first one is yearning. It's so weird. This card popped out when I was trying to channel energies of what to speak about this week. And it's interesting how it's popped out again. So this card is saying it's yearning, longing for somebody, undesired separation, or pining away. So what I'm hearing right now is, since this card has popped up twice for me in the last 10 minutes, just getting ready to go live on YouTube, it's really saying we need to focus on turning our backs on the doors that no longer serve us, that aren't showing up and stepping up to what we are looking for, right? So if we're standing there at an open door waiting for someone to show up or a situation to show up and it's just not happening, why are we sitting here yearning for this? You know, we just need to let it go. We need to let this energy go and trust that it's just not the right time. And whether it's going to come about in the future or not, we will never know. But so that's what I'm getting. And then the second card that popped out is the, oh my God, I just said it, the adrift card. I said we need to go adrift and let the universe take us where we need to be and just relax. We need to go with the flow. Hey, mystical musings. Yes, Sunday fun day. And we just need to go with the flow. And it says letting go, allowing higher force to take charge of the current time. So trust that you're in the right time at the right place in the right moment, and everything should be okay, right? So we just need to get back into that space. Hey, Kyle, how's it going? What's up? It's my soul tribe, or the soul tribe, not mine. But yeah, so did everybody have a good weekend today and yesterday? Today was a full-on beach day. It was awesome. Of course, responsibly, social distancing, blah, blah, blah. But it was really cool just being out there listening to the waves. FYI, Lake Michigan is still ice cold and about 58 degrees, pushing 60 degrees. But hey, listen, when in Rome, right? So... So as we go into this week, I wanted to make sure that everyone was really just tuned into their energy, and just know that right now, with the energy that's going on in the astrology with Neptune, make sure you're not deceiving yourself or being deceived by other people and getting caught into an illusion that could also trap you in an old narrative that you've been telling yourself. All right. So you really need to rise above any of that and kind of, I guess the best way to see it would be take any situation and just take your rose-colored glasses off whenever you're trying to make a decision or you're listening to somebody's story. Just take the rose-colored glasses off and don't get caught up in like that dreamy, fun storytelling, because it's really going to make you question yourself. Even if someone's telling you an exciting story, you go home and then you're sitting there thinking about how your life isn't exciting. Then you start going this narrative of what you've been telling yourself, that things aren't going well, and you're going down a negative path, right? It's like you're going down a spiral. So we need to be extra careful about this week. So an ice bath. Yeah, it felt like an ice bath, that's for sure. It looked like I had a sunburn when I got out of the lake. And it was just because it was completely red. But hey, you know what? It was fun. It symbolized summer for some certain degree. So also, in addition to the Neptunian energy, we also need to be cognizant of, at the end of the week, there's a lot of transits going on, as there are any week, but especially this week at the end of the week. There's a couple decisions you can make. You can stay in the old narrative and double down and live your mundane narrative that you're telling yourself. Or the second one is you can create a new narrative and write down how you see your life right now as if it was already happening, okay? Overall, if you transcend to more of a spiritual level and trust that you are not your thoughts and that you're thinking your thoughts, you're creating everything, you're literally orchestrating everything, then you will be able to create this beautiful new narrative for yourself, okay? So we just need to make sure we're not getting stuck in the old narrative. All right? Woo! So that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started in the signs, and let's see what we have first. Aries, first of the zodiac, first of Sunday night. Awesome. All right, so let's see. All right, what do we have in store this week for my Aries? What do we need to know this week for my Aries with all of the current energies? And this energy, by the end of the week, when you decide which narrative you're going to take, is going to tee you up for the next 2 to 3 months. So use energy wisely. That's for everybody. All right, so Aries, here we go. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini, Aries. Are you ready for that? There we go. Had to get the lighting just right. All right, so Aries, communication is key. Let's see what the challenge is for you this week. With communication being the key, that's what's going to be the roadblock or the tester that's going to make you stop and say, you know what? I'm going to communicate. Woo! Okay, we have Aquarius energy. So this is also the star card in the tarot deck. So basically, woo, you might be encountering a situation that's going to knock your socks off and just kind of give you that dreamy feeling, not a Neptunian feeling, like an Aquarius feeling. Not the Pisces, Neptunian, but Aquarius, okay? That imagination transcending you to a different stratosphere. So this could be a new job opportunity. It could be a new love interest. It could be a new creative endeavor that's really just going to take you and ignite your life. So I think that with the communication being key here, with this Aquarius energy and the star card, it's really telling you that you need to be honest with your self-narrative and reach for the stars, okay? Because we can tell our own narrative. That's why anyone who reads tarot cards, oracle cards knows you cannot read cards for yourself. You can try. I actually take pictures and then I go back and I'm like, oh, that's what that meant. But I didn't read it how I read it how I wanted it to be in the moment. So the overall advice this week, Aries, is the love begins. Okay, so look at all that beautiful love pouring out from this cornucopia of endless amounts of emotional fulfillment and all this heart chakra energy and all of this green and this beautiful spending time in nature and feeling that, actually, you know what? Interesting. Look at this card and then look at the waterfall behind me. What? That is awesome. And I'm an Aries, so I'm sitting here in real time with this waterfall. So I cannot wait to use this energy this week. Amazing. So that's for Aries, sun, moon, rising, or Venus. And if you don't know where your planets are in your chart, go to Google and just put natal birth chart for free, type in your information, and then go from there. And so then you can start following. Ideally, you want to always really focus in on the sun sign, which is your internal, and then how you act out in the world is your rising sign, okay? And then your moon sign is how your emotions are going to react. So if you can't remember that, over in time, you'll start to pick it up. This is a lot. It depends. Everyone's on a different level. Okay, so after Aries, let's see who's next. All right, we have Taurus. Woo, these are in order. What's up? I just shuffled these randomly. Okay, Taurus. What do we have in store for you this week, my Taurus? Let's see. All right. Woo, this card just flew out of the deck. It's time to release negative energy, Taurus, okay? So being a Taurus, I'm not one, but if you are a Taurus, you need to get out of this energy of being negative and creating a space. You are all about being grounded. You're an earth sign. You know, you've got it going on. And you just need to get rid of any negative energy that's surrounding you, whether it's some sort of water energy like a Scorpio. This is a full moon in Scorpio. So there might be, you know, some energy around you that's deep seated. What I'm hearing, I always think of Scorpio. I think of murder mysteries and more so like FBI films, because Scorpios are very methodical. They're very deep. Still waters run deep. So there might be some still water that you feel it on the surface is harmonious, but if you dig deep, it's negative. So you just need to release that, okay? Let's see what the challenges for that. How are you going to release this negative energy? What's the challenge that's going to put this test to the limit? Okay, we have Cancer energy with this, okay? So I feel like this is definitely going to be, yes, mystical musings. Scorpio is dark night of the soul. It's very common for Taurus, yes, and Scorpio. And so with this Cancer energy, I really feel that on the home front is going to be your challenge this week, okay? It's really going to be about creating that balance of what you want and making sure you have that firm foundation, because there's a lot of water energy going on here for you right now. And so let's see what the advice is for my Taurus. You know, and the thing about dark night of soul, it's not a bad thing. It's all about balance and yin and yang, right? But it's like we want to make sure we're examining that so we can transcend to a different space and time and not get caught in the same energy, the same cycle. I'm getting like the Wheel of Fortune card in my head right now, okay? So let's see. Ooh, Taurus. All right. Ooh, sacral chakra. All right, Taurus. So that's your challenge. You need to get back into your sacral chakra, get that energy flowing, ignite that fire. You've got your basis with your foundation, with the root chakra, because you are a Taurus. So now you need to elevate to the second chakra and really just ignite that energy and that passion, okay? That's your advice this week. All right. We have a makeshift. All right, there we go. What's up? Okay, so that is my advice for my Taurus sun, moon, or risings this week, and Venus. So again, go ahead and look up your chart. Start getting in tune with the astrology, because it's going to make your life a little bit easier. Just how things unfold. What came up last week, Bill? Was it the Dark Night of Soul, or was it for Taurus? Was it a specific card? Okay, let's see who's next. Oops, let's see what that is. Cancel that. Okay. Ooh, Aquarius. What's up? My star seekers, Aquarius. Aquarius are awesome. All right, so let's see. Francesca Fit, what's going on? Welcome. Bill told me you were showing up today. I actually went and followed you on Instagram. That's cool. You're in Austin, Texas. I used to live there. Okay, so Aquarius, we have bring love in the situation. Hilarious. This is a new moon and Aquarius card. Okay, that's awesome. It's like doubling down Aquarius energy. So wherever you are right now, Aquarius, with any situation, you need to think about your heart and think about bringing love into the situation, rather than looking at it as you need to conquer it or you need to surrender to it. Obviously, you surrender with love, but you don't need to give up. So, okay, interestingly enough, so the Beach Balance Life Oracle cards, Dawn Patrol. So when you have Dawn Patrol, this is when you get up literally the crack of dawn and you take your surfboard, you stand on the beach, you look at the waves, you paddle out. It's feeding time, but you paddle out to the waves. So don't do it. I don't recommend it unless you're comfortable surfing. And you literally watch the sun rise on the water. So this is where, when you watch a sunrise and sunset, doesn't everyone always feel ignited and just alive? And you're just like, you feel so full of love. So that's what I feel that for you, by bringing love in the situation, is you need to actually go out and do some dawn patrol. Okay. So that's your challenge. You know, you need to really just need to get into that sunlight that makes you feel that warmth and that glow and that, you know, that energy and that, what is the word I'm thinking of? I cannot think about it. I'm like, my brain's a little fried today from being out in the sun for like 6 hours. But I just really feel that bringing love in the situation, and the sun burns off all negativity. So you need to step into the sunlight, ideally in the morning with some meditation. And that's going to be your challenge to bring love in the situation. That's going to tell you, that's going to lead you on the path to what you need to do. Ooh, I'm full of a lot of words tonight. I'm almost stumbling all over my words because it's definitely feels Mercury retrograde is coming. I know if you guys can feel it. Okay, so your overall advice this week, Aquarius, is obstacles and challenges. Okay, so you definitely, if you look at this card, you can see he's literally just like walking, and it's like Indiana Jones, and he's like, or on Jumanji, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna try to make this leap, but if I don't make it, look what's below. There's like alligators in that little river, probably down below. Yeah, it looks like it. Or rocks. Who knows? Who knows what's PC anymore? But oh yes, mystical musings. The moon goes into Aquarius tomorrow, so this is awesome read for Aquarius. So definitely bring love in the situation, because you are going to come up against some obstacles. But I do know that if you literally just go out and exercise, get in that sunshine vibe with some dawn patrol, get some surfing in, whatever it takes to get you to that level, that feeling inside, that's going to be your message for this week. And that's going to help you write your new narrative. You don't want to be stuck in the old narrative. You don't want to be the person that's like sleeping in, missing all the great waves in the morning at dawn patrol. You know, you want to be out there in the excitement, starting the excitement. All right. Woohoo! Yeah, Francesca, we're glad to have you. I'm so stoked. That's so cool. Okay, so let's see who is next. All right. This is my awesome makeshift studio. Okay. Woo, Pisces. Do we have any Pisces in the house? Pisces, sun, moon, or rising, or Venus? All right. I'm rocking my peppermint water. Woo, that's nice and refreshing. Okay, Pisces, let's see what's going on and what's in store for you this week. Woohoo! What is the narrative you're going to write? Your dreams need a practical plan. So you need to get into your Taurus energy, Pisces, get grounded. And it sounds like you definitely have some cool stuff going on, but I do feel like it's going to take you time to really like sit down and write an outline. And that's what a practical plan is. You have these great downloads from the universe and the energy coming in, and you just get those awesome ideas, but you need to write them down and put them into action. Okay, so let's see what your challenge is this week, Pisces. Oh my God, the Dawn Patrol card popped up again. So my Pisces, you need to get out and be ahead of, you know, really like going out there, catching that wave, watching that sunrise, and really just getting on that board and owning it in yourself and being the leader. Don't be a follower this week, okay, Pisces? Because even though you may feel overwhelmed with all this Neptunian energy, you're writing your new narrative and getting into that new like script of where you want to be. You need to be kind of get out of la la land. And I can say that because I'm a Pisces moon, so I get it. But you need to get out of la la land and get out and wake up early, the crack of dawn. Don't be the person waiting on the dock while everyone's on the boat going out to the surf break at 5 a.m. You want to be on that boat, on that surfboard, okay? Wow. Okay, so interesting. So your advice this week, Pisces, a spiritual strength popped out. So I definitely feel with spiritual strength, you're having all these downloads, these ideas of what you need to be doing, but you need to put the practical plan together, okay? But you need to be a leader this week and go be out there at the crack of dawn. Don't be the person at sunrise or like sunset chilling with your cocktail going, I didn't accomplish anything today. You need to start your day early. And you need also, this card is telling me that needs to be some meditation to kind of help guide you. It has the 9 on here. So if that number means anything to you, like if you see 999 or 909 or 919, these are all spiritual messages from your angels. These are angel numbers that are going to be guiding you this week. So if you need guidance, my suggestion would ask for your angels to give you guidance on how to get this, this practical plan together, because you don't want to be overwhelmed and start, again, going with the old narrative. It's all about new narratives, where we want to take our life next, right? Ooh, you can second that. Are you a Pisces, Francesca? Yeah, tomorrow's an early workout for all. Uh-huh. Definitely. Oh, cool. Oh, you're a Cancer. Ooh, we have 2 little Cancers in the house tonight. That's awesome. All right, the next card is Capricorn. The moon's in Capricorn right now, which is awesome. So very grounding. Coming back into that listen, we're the sea goat climbing up the side of the mountain, accepting all challenges, and there are no shortcuts. All right, Capricorn, what's in store for you this week? Woo, interesting. Okay, you guys see the cards are starting to really speak to us every week. This says bring love in the situation. Again, new moon in Aquarius, okay? So be the water bearer and pour love and emotion into this current situation that you're in, Capricorn, in this week. And that also means pouring love into yourself, right? And doing some self-care. So let's see what the challenge is for you this week. Okay, ships passing in the night. So with ships passing in the night, you literally need to start linking up with things that are actually rising up to meet you and stepping up to meet you, rather than just keep hoping that someone's going to step up to the plate and meet you in the middle of the ocean on their ship and you're in your ship in the middle of the night. That's not going to happen. You've got to get rid of those expectations. And when you see those other ships on your radar, and they're not even coming towards you, don't even pay attention to them. Why would you steer off course to meet up with them when they aren't meeting up with you? And that could be anything. It could be a job, love, friends, yourself, okay? So it's really just asking you to dig deep. I really challenge everybody to think about themselves right now, and are they on the course that they want to be and not the course that they think someone else wants you to be on, okay? So let's see what the advice is. All right, Cappies. Let's see if we can get a card to pop out. Woo! We'll take this guy at the top. Ooh, temptation. Hilarious. This is the devil card in the tarot. And doesn't mean a bad thing. It just means that it also represents Saturn and Capricorn. So this is definitely doubling down on the energy for Capricorns this week. You really need to stay grounded and get into your Capricornian energy. Don't get caught up in all the Pisces, Neptunian energy that's going on this week, because you will get taken off course. You need to stay on course and not be involved and invested in ships that are just passing in the night and not stepping up to meet you, okay? That is my message for Capricorn's Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Okay. Woo! We'll see who's next. All right, we have my Leos. What's up, Leos? Do we have any Leos in the house? If you're a Leo and you haven't chimed in the chat, chime in now. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell, so then when I upload videos, you know when to jump online and get those new pick a card readings or any of my live readings. All right, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. What's in store for you this week? All right. Woo! Yes. Leo rising, super excited about this. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn, which is very appropriate. The moon's in Capricorn right now. We have a lot of Capricornian energy, obviously, with Saturn. And this is really just saying that you've held your course, Leo, and now it's time to release. This is a full moon in Capricorn. So any rituals that you did last Friday or over the weekend or even tonight, as the moon is starting to diminish, this is your time to release so you can start your new cycle. But I do recommend, and this is for everybody too, I recommend that if something's been tough in your life, instead of being upset with it and just saying, oh, I need to get rid of it, write down what the lessons are, because you don't want to have to repeat them, because they're going to still keep coming up and testing you. But if you've learned the lesson, you're like, wait a minute, I know the telltale signs. I'm not going down that path again. Okay. So anyway, Leos, back to my Leos, sun, moon, rising, the advice for you, or the challenge for you this week for this end of the cycle, could also be the yearnings, which is the collective card that I pulled out earlier. Toes in the sand. So yes, you need to get grounded. Put your toes in the sand. You know, get in that not Kenny Chesney song, but I always I have it in my oracle cards and I can never remember who the artist is. Keith Urban. Yeah, you just need to become more grounded this week and take that fire energy and be grounded, and don't let the water Neptunian energy dim your light and douse your fire. So that's your challenge. Because I feel like you're not going to want to relax this week, and you need to. So your advice, Leos, this week is disruption. Okay, so yes, clearly you've been feeling a lot of disruption. Your advice this week is to finally release it with this a tough cycle approaches. It's ending. So you really need to just take all this disheveled energy and get rid of it. Release it, send it into the ethers. Hey, by the way, anybody in the chat room, did you guys finish your full moon ceremony on Friday night? I went down to the beach and threw my affirmations into the bonfire and then watched the lapping waves come in. It was awesome. It was so cool right at sunset. Let me know. Hey, Sue, what's going on? Oh my gosh, it's so weird. Sue, Siri thinks that's your name. Just turned on. Siri's like, hey, Sue. And I'm like, no, not Siri. Okay. Now I'm just thinking of meet me in St. Louis, meet me in the Siri or the Siri. What is that? No, those are two different musicals. Never mind. Oh, you did, Bill? That's awesome. Oh, Sue, thank you. I've been at the beach all day. I've totally high vibed. Clearly out of where I was a week ago. Yeah, I love Meet Me in St. Louis. And I'm chilling in this awesome, cool environment. Today I took the leaf blower and blew all the pollen off the deck and watered all the plants that we just planted up here that needed a little bit more love. So yeah, it was fun. It is a magical oasis. I'm super stoked. Woo! Yes. Okay. All right. Let's see who's next. Cancers. What's going on? I know we have a couple Cancers in the house tonight. Francesca, Celeste. Okay. Let's see what's going on for my Cancers. Woo! Without a doubt, prosperity lies ahead. This is a new moon in Taurus. So this is definitely planting the seeds of the prosperity that you want to. I'm trying to get this to register. That's better. But you want to plant the seeds in this brand new garden that we have with all this new energy of releasing from the full moon lunar eclipse on Friday, and plant the seeds that you want in really good soil, and take care of your mind garden. Don't put garbage in your mind garden, including watching the news. Okay, Cancers. All right, so your challenge this week is the winds are actually kind of pretty strong this week. We have 15 to 20 knots. So 15 to 20 knots is right when you're sailing on the water and the wind starts picking up and you start seeing the white caps. That means that, that's kind of a little bit heavier air, medium to heavy air. And if you're on a small sailboat, you probably get off the water because you don't want to break any of your gear. You don't want to break your boat. So I think that the challenge is saying that don't take too much on this week. That could like really overwhelm you. Okay. So, and know that when you're planting these new prosperity seeds in this new moon in Taurus from the card, that it takes time to germinate a seed. It's not going to happen overnight. So don't get overwhelmed if it's not going from 0 to 20 knots. Know that the wind's going to slowly start picking up, and that's where you're going to have that strong rooted foundation with all the roots, and it's going to provide a beautiful bloom when it's ready. So that's pretty much between now and the next lunar cycle. So, and that's right around 4th of July. Okay, your overall card and advice this week is sacrifice. So Cancers, what do you need to sacrifice to bring in this love and this prosperity and really just have this energy for your mind garden to keep positive? What is around you that you need to release? What is around you that you need to not get distracted by shiny things and not focus on, shopping online or what you look like, on social media, but what do you really need to focus on? What is the message you're really trying to get across? Because that's what people are really going to listen to. They're going to listen to the foundation of it. And if you it's hard to see on this card, but she has a beautiful rainbow beaming down. And so she's kind of like praying up to the rainbow. So it's just really surrounding her with this positive, high vibe energy. So honestly, I guess what I'm hearing right now is you need to let go of anything that isn't providing the high vibe energy for you this week, because you're going to need that energy to grow and germinate the seeds of prosperity. All right. Okay, let's see what's going on. Who is next? And if we have time, we'll do some mini readings at the end. Okay, we have the next sign, Gemini. What's going on, my Geminis? I just celebrated 2 Gemini birthdays for my friends a couple days ago. It was fun. All right, Geminis. What do you need to know for this week? To write your new narrative. A new romantic cycle begins. Do you have any Geminis in the house? That's awesome. This is new moon in Libra, so it's all about balancing the scales. That's why it's a brand new cycle, because things have balanced out. Okay, so let's see what the challenge is so you can be aware of what to expect this week. We had 2 cards pop out. We had the Taurus card pop out, so obviously grounding. But the surface card popped out. So when you're scuba diving, when you're on the surface, you're literally on the surface. You can't see what's below until you like take your mask and look down in the water and look at the water and look at the ocean bed. So I really feel that don't get caught up on just being on the surface. Let yourself submerge a little bit and just kind of go with the flow and let this new romantic cycle unfold. Now, whether it's a new passion for a project or an actual new relationship or taking a relationship to the next level, that's where you need to make sure that you're just kind of in that flow of just like, kind of like when I read the collective consciousness reading at the beginning of the live video, is adrift. Just be adrift on the surface, okay? And also be wary of people who are only surface. I think that if you just look a little below the surface, you'll be able to tell immediately. All right, Geminis, let's see what the overall advice is for you this week. Okay. Ooh, recognition and reward. So you're being rewarded for all of your hard work that you've been putting in on really just going and diving deep below the surface and diving deep within yourself, exploring the underwater caves and the things that, the dark night of the soul, wherever you find it. And you're going to be rewarded for this week. Now, if this is something in a job or a recognition that you're expecting, know that it's happening for you. Okay. So you're on the right path. And also, this is also about collaboration with the number 3. So keep that in mind. And it's a strong foundation. Okay. Woohoo. All right. Let's see who's next. All right, we have my Scorpios. What's up? Celeste said it earlier in the chat. Scorpios and Taurus are right in line with the dark night of the soul. So let's see. Okay. All right, Scorpios, what's in store for you this week? Interesting. Okay, again, this is the second time this card has popped out. This is the end of a tough cycle approaches. All right, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. So you have been encountering, very similar to the Aries, a tough cycle. And, you know, everything's cyclical in the world. And you may feel like you're stuck on a hamster wheel, but it's not forever. It's always going to have highs and lows. And so, but I feel like this, with this Capricornian energy, it says full moon in Capricorn, that this full moon and this moon card is saying that this has been a very tough cycle, but it's about to come to a close, which is pretty great, because who doesn't want to see a tough cycle end? You know, I don't know anybody who says, oh, this is great. I love all this Capricornian energy. I love all these hard lessons that Saturn's giving me. It's awesome. Now, in retrospect, it is awesome, but when you're in it, it's slow as molasses. So the challenge this week is to take the helm. So Scorpios, you need to take the helm of what it is where you want to drive things and where you want to take things in your life, because that's really going to, you know, you have an option. I feel like you're going to have an opportunity that you're going to have to either take the back seat or take the helm. The advice is saying, and the challenge is to take the helm. It's time for you to take control and just say, I'm done with this cycle. I'm done. I want to move forward. I've got, you know, this exciting plan I want to do, or this exciting passion project that I want to start. That is what's saying, is you need to take the helm now. Okay. So your overall advice card this week, Scorpio, woo, trapped in fear. Oh, Scorpio, don't get trapped in any kind of fears this week. You need to keep pushing forward. It's all about, this is all mental energy. This is very similar. This is the same exact card of the Eight of Swords in the tarot. And it's, if you saw the picture in the tarot, the woman is standing there with surrounded by all these swords. However, it's like she's wrapped in cloth, but it just looks like toilet paper. Like she literally could just tear it off and walk away. It's all in your head. So you need to, don't let yourself get back in this trap. And remember what I said at the beginning of the live, it's all about the new narrative that you want by the end of the week. You don't want to do the same boring narrative that no longer serves you. You need to write a new narrative and also transcend into a more spiritual realm. And remember, with this card, you are not your thoughts. Remember, you think your thoughts. You own your thoughts, but you are not your thoughts. So once you start thinking, oh, this is how I am, or this is how people see me, then your thoughts are controlling you. Your mind's controlling you. You own your mind. You create these blessings and what's moving forward. And that is a message for everybody. I feel like all of these cards are a message for everybody tonight. Woo! I'm starting to get lightheaded. Okay, next we have Virgos. What's going on, my Virgos? I know we have a Virgo in the chat room who's awesome. Love her to death. Woohoo! All right, what do my Virgos need to know for this week? Okay. Too many cards popped out. I'm going to redo that. Okay. Woo! Okay, Virgos. A personal issue reaches resolution. So this is great. It's very similar. Again, it's a full moon. It's a new lunar cycle. And we just had a full moon on Friday, a lunar eclipse. So you're starting a new cycle. A personal resolution has now completed, which is awesome. So this is saying, this is a little similar to the end of a tough cycle approaches for the last card for Scorpio and Aries. But this is more personal. I feel like the Capricornian energy for Scorpio and Aries was more external. So this is internal, okay? And also, it also has to do with maybe your home front, because it's a full moon in Cancer. This card is a full moon in Cancer. So what's up? Hey, Priscilla, what's going on? We haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Okay, your challenge this week. Woo! Without a doubt, right out of the deck. Turn up the heat, my Virgos. And right behind it, so you need to actually, you can't read this card. I have a new light, so it's kind of hard. Turn up the heat. So when you're sailing and you want to go fast and you want to really just win the race, turn up the heat. Interesting behind it, the card is head to wind. So when you head to wind when you're sailing, that's when you're literally turning up the heat. This is like the same card. It just says two different ways of saying it. But you take your boat and you head into the wind, and it's going to fill your sails more, and you're literally going to feel the momentum and the apparent wind pick up, and you're going to move forward faster. So if you don't turn up the heat this week, Virgo, I don't feel like you're going to reach the personal issue to completion, so you really need to put the pedal to the metal. Oh, that's great, Priscilla. I'm glad that you're well. Okay, so the card, your overall advice card this week, Virgos, is power. Woohoo! Step into that Leo energy. You have the strength to do this. You have the strength to put the pedal to the metal and turn up the heat to get rid of this cycle, to close this cycle out of this personal issue that you've been dealing with, okay? Oh, that's good, Priscilla. I'm glad that you're enjoying outside. I get not being online. That's why I took my studio outside, because I'm tired of being inside. Okay, so Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, that is your reading for this week, okay? All right. It's so funny. Last Sunday, when we were doing the readings, I covered them in 20 minutes, and now we're 40 minutes in, and I just have 2 more signs left. But it's interesting how the energy in the moon always, last week was Libra, which is an air sign. And it was very just making my fire of Aries just it's like fast. And now that it's more grounded, I have a lot more to say because of the moon in Gemini, or because of the sun in Gemini, but also because of the grounding energy of the moon in Capricorn right now. So I know I'm throwing around a lot of moon talk, but you'll start to pick it up because the moon rules the tides. And so it's better to know the energies of the moon, because literally that's what rules. The moon rules the tides, which does everything cyclical on Earth. Okay, let's see who's next. Woo, got my Sagittarius. What's going on? All right, Saggies. Let's see what's in store for you this week of January. Oh my God, I'm glad it's not January. Actually, I wish it was January 2021. This year. Woo. Okay. All right. Here we go. Sagittarius. What's going on? You're welcome, Sue. Ooh, Sagittarius. Be bold and make the first move. All right. We have a cardinal moon. So you need to get that Aries energy, or any kind of cardinal sign that's the initiator of any season. You need to be bold and make the first move. Take the next step, whatever this is, whether you're stalling on a project or you're feeling that a lot of this Capricornian energy is making you feel and question yourself. You need to be bold and just say, you know what? I'm going to write a new narrative for myself, and I'm going to write it down. I'm going to script it, and I'm really just going to press forward and really do what it takes to move forward. Okay. And your challenge this week is success. I don't know how that's a challenge. I think that's a really great thing. So you are definitely on the right path, okay? My Sagittarius, of course you are. You just had the full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius on Friday. So I know you're feeling it coming into this Capricorn energy tonight. Being more grounded, success, Earth sign, you got this. All right, Sagittarius, your overall advice for this week is, interesting. This is the second, these cards keep popping out in twos. So 2 is a significant number for somebody out there. And so this is a spiritual strength card, okay? The spiritual strength card, number 9, spirituality. Your overall advice is you really need to tune into your higher self, and you need to ask your angels and your guides for guidance this week, especially to reach the success that you want. That is your challenge. Maybe you're scared of success and you're holding yourself back. A lot of people do that too. So if you start to feel timid and not being able to move forward, ask your angels for help so you can achieve that success. All right. All right, we have the last sign of the night. Woo! And we have Libra. What's going on, Libras? I did do Taurus already, Priscilla. I think it was the second sign. So once the video processes, you'll have to go back and watch it. It's just like 10 or 15 minutes into the video. But do you know your rising sign or your moon sign? You should be looking at those too. All right, so Libras, what's going on for you this week? Woohoo! Take this one. Ooh, confidence is your key to success. Okay. Sorry, guys, my light's like too bright. But this is a new moon in Leo, so starting a new passionate cycle is going to be all about confidence. That's your key this week. So when you think about what is the one thing that I need to move forward, confidence. Think about your solar plexus chakra. That's what this yellow is. That's right between the diaphragm, right between your ribs, and that is really where you feel that sunshine. That's Leo energy. All right, let's see what your challenge is this week, my Libras. Golden hour, huh? Are you going to let yourself enjoy the hour before sunset? Woo! The wind is picking up. The golden hour is literally the hour before sunset. It's right now, actually. This is the golden hour. If you can see in the trees, the tree line and all the beautiful colors. There aren't any clouds, so it's going to be a pretty sunset, but it's not going to be explosive. But that's your challenge this week, is you need to really just understand that every day is a new day. And basically, I'm getting like the hour before you go to bed, send out appreciation if you're not doing it during the day. If you're so caught up in everything that's going on and you're not feeling confident, golden hour is also, again, sunshine. So you have the confidence in Leo. All right. And then you have the golden hour. So you have two sun cards right here. Tons of sun energy going on. Okay. Let's see what your overall advice is for this week. My Libras, sun, moon, or rising. Woo! Can't pick the cards up. All right. So Friday, I think I'm going to attempt to stream on YouTube and on Facebook at the same time to bring in some more energy and some more people into the soul group. And that'll be through the Coaching Club Cafe Facebook webpage. And that's where I do my readings online. So that should be pretty cool and interesting to see what happens with all of that. Okay. Libra's overall advice, heart chakra. So you have a lot of sun chakra and a lot of green. So honestly, what I would do this week, Libra, is to stay balanced. And this is your overall advice. You need to bring love into the situation and write from your heart. In fact, everyone should be writing from their heart right now and not writing from a narrative that no longer is who they are. You know, don't write from something that doesn't mean anything to you, because people can see right through that immediately. If you're not writing from your heart, they know it. And if they don't, they're a lower vibration. So why are you wasting time on them anyway? So that's what I'm getting overall for our Libras this week. Also, I really feel like Libras, you should surround yourself in yellow and green clothing or green atmosphere and get out in the sunshine and watch some sunsets. All right, Priscilla, so you think you're Pisces rising and Capricorn moon? We have another Capricorn moon in this chat. I know that for sure. She's good at business. We talked through a lot of things together. And Pisces rising, that's cool. I'm down with that. I love Pisces. I love all the signs. They're all great. All right, so let's see. Does anyone have any questions in the chat that could benefit all of us? And I can pull some cards for that, and then we'll just kind of go from there. Ah, cool. That's cool, Priscilla. Priscilla, I don't recall. Where are you from again? Oh, Francesca Fit is a Cappy Moon too. That makes sense because you have your own business, don't you? Every conversation I have with a Cappy Moon takes my Pisces Moon and whips it into shape. And I know Mystical Musings knows what I'm talking about. And then also, I didn't do anything special for the car or for the overall song this week, but I do feel that I thought you were USA. I feel like you're in New Jersey. Is that right? But I feel like the song this week, oh, DC, very cool. Oh, the cherry blossoms. I haven't seen those yet. But I do feel like the song this week is very Bob Marley energy, and it's just don't worry. That's the song. That's the collective theme song this week is don't worry about a thing. Everything's going to be all right. If you feel like you're not getting close to your dreams, just know, literally, if you don't give up, they will come true. They will. You know, it's funny because I was, how quickly it is to manifest things. I was really needing to get out of the place I was quarantining in. And I just had this thought in my head. I'm like, oh, I should just go do something like this. And I just thought it. And now I'm living it. I'm literally in a new environment with that's serene. I can walk around. I have family around me. I'm feeling love. I'm surrounded by all this green chakra energy, and it's just like beaming from me. It's just literally no. Oh, you are from Jersey. Wait, I'm confused. U.S., Washington, D.C. Nope, I'm from Jersey. Well, regardless, we're happy to see you again. But yeah, so it's just interesting how fast things can manifest. Gotcha. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards for the rest of us, for all of us in the chat room, anyone who is watching this video now or later on Facebook. And actually, so this card has actually never popped out for me before, and it's Sanctuary. Privacy, personal space, respected boundaries, and taboos. So this is really telling me that we need to just really make sure that we're focused within and not without, and not in the outer world. Focus on what we have now, what keeps us in, what keeps us in that serenity, that grounded, that centered space where we're just like, our heart chakra and all of our energy is just like grounded. A lot of breath work. I feel like just some simple meditations, just even if it's like doing a meditation for a minute or two. For instance, like if I did a minute of meditation in front of this waterfall, I'd feel 10 times better within just a minute of breathing in and being focused on my breath and being grounded and getting into that sanctuary. Oh, what happened? Priscilla, you retracted your messages? Did you do that or did YouTube do that? So the question is the best way to help someone find the will to fight the current situation. I'm just careful on what I say because it is YouTube, and if I say it, they might take my video down. First of all, let's just break down the word fight. Do we want to fight or do we want to embrace and heal? That's where we really want to be, right? You don't ever want to fight something because you fight it, you're automatically inviting resistance. We don't want resistance. We want to go with the flow and just have it fall by the wayside, because when you're in the flow with the universe, all of the lower energies just kind of fall away, right? Someone hospitalized if it helps. Right. Oh, okay, Priscilla. I get it. You know what? Hey, listen. Yeah, it's good that you don't have your last name on here, so it's probably hard to figure out who you are. You know what I mean? But I understand you don't want people knowing where you live. So let's see if we can just get some messages from this beautiful deck that Mystical Musings gave me. Boop, boop. And advice on how to help heal the current situation in the world with not fighting, but with also the intent to heal and move forward with positive energy and no resistance. I know it's kind of a roundabout way of saying it, but if you ever listen to Abraham Hicks, she has really great teachings. And once you start listening to those readings, it really makes a lot of sense. So this is the card that popped out. The Reflections card popped out. And this card is, what you contemplate will actualize. So if we sit here and contemplate more about fear and fighting, and it's going to compound and be even more, right? But if we can visualize the end result on people being healed and people feeling good and people being in a space where they can be themselves and live comfortably in their neighborhoods and have a nice community and just keep holding that vibration. That's what the test of the collective conscious is right now, or the collective, is because we're being asked, anyone who has a positive mind frame and a high vibe, everyone's being asked to step up and put these thoughts out into the universe and really kind of just come together. I'm thinking of, remember when we were little and we watched Care Bears, and it was Care Bears Stare, and they would stand there and like beam all of their hearts and all the energy against the negative energy, and the negative energy would just dissipate and like disappear. That's what I'm seeing, and that's what we need to be doing. And that's why it's really important for us to really keep that higher vibration and not think about how we're going to do this, because we don't need it. That's not our job. That's the universe's job to figure out how. What we need to do is hold the intent of a positive outcome. So when I see the reflections card, remember, we're a mirror. We put out into the universe what we get back, right? So we want to make sure what we want back is what we're putting out. Wow, today the whole theme has been letting energy flow. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Francesca. Right? It's all about flow. I mean, that's why since the moon rules the tides, and this is beach balanced life and living in a beach frame of mind, it's all about understanding that our body is also not made up of 98% water. We absorb energy. We absorb the energies of the moon. We are so sensitive to this. And once we let it go, it's anything, even like if you just don't want to manifest it, you want to make sure just in the flow, you're going downstream. You're in the lazy river is what we want to do. Any kind of thoughts that come up against, that create resistance, because resistance just it's literally is the one thing that keeps things from manifesting, is resisting. Total high vibe. That's right. Sue. Whoop, whoop. I totally get it, Priscilla. I get it. I would have done the same thing. Actually, I've been on other people's live chats and I'm in there chatting, and then I go back and like erase my comments before the live is ended, because there's certain things that I'm like, you know what? If the people were in the room and they weren't there, then they don't need to see what I'm doing. And it's also personal privacy too. 100%. I totally get that. All right. So that's where we are is with that. I do want to, I'll just pull a Beach Balance Life card for an overall. And then if you guys have any questions in the chat, we do have some time. If we want to answer some stuff, we have safe harbor. So yes, we all have a safe harbor right now. I know these are beautiful handwritten oracle cards. Thank you. But we all are in a safe harbor right now. And if we keep envisioning that idea of everything working out, we're going to be traveling again. We're going to reach our dreams. We're going to be able to write that book. We're going to be able to create that project, to start that new job, to just have that wonderful relationship. Having those envisions and keeping that vibration without wondering how is thinking you are not your thoughts. Don't do that. How is putting resistance, because you need to believe in the magic, and we all have so much magic within us. We can just let it go. Just release the magic. We all have so much magic. And when you start getting into logic override, you take the magic and squash it. It's like having a beautiful flame in a fire pit with like that purple and the blue like flame in the middle, and it's so gorgeous. And you start putting resistance. What's resistance? Water. You throw it on that flame, it's gonna go out, So that's what I have for everybody. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Would love to see if there's anything that you want to know for this week. Try to keep them general, just so it's kind of everybody can benefit from it. Let me just go up in the chat. I'm going to go up to the top and read from the bottom down. See if there's anything that I've missed. Let's see. You guys are so awesome. I'm so happy you're here. Oh, Sue. Yes. Finalizing the home purchase and staff changes. Oh, good. Good. I'm happy for you. We need to catch up. That's amazing. I love that for you. A lesson of fear for now. A lessening of fear. Yes, a lessening of fear, because, you know, people are starting to take control of themselves, and it's all about within, right? Yes, Mystical Musing says the most important thing is to trust. There are no easy cycles, nor easy times for anybody. That is, you said it perfectly. You said it perfectly. There are no easy cycles. And that's why it's important to surround yourself with people who you can be yourself with, and let your hair down and break down if you need to, because they're going to lift you back up because they care about you. I care about you. And that's exactly all about having a soul tribe. You're welcome, Sue. Thank you. So yes, Mystical Musing says support others, yourself, and practice as much self-care as possible. Yes. True wisdom right out there, Mystical Musings. Oh, Francesca Fit. I'm so happy you're here. That's so cool. I'm so happy. Amazing. Oh, you guys are awesome. You are awesome. Oh, well, I think that pretty much closes it out. I feel very lightheaded and jazzed to the nines. And I feel like we've hit everything. I mean, just like a true Aries fashion, doesn't beat around the bush, right? I mean, some people go and do like a 3-hour live video. I don't know. I'm sure I could find something enough to talk about, but that seems like a lot. Oh, thank you, Francesca. That's awesome. I'm so happy. So, Francesca, you're new to the group, so welcome. Every Friday night and every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm live on YouTube. And Friday nights are a little bit more kind of crazy, shot out of a cannon. You never know what you're going to get on a Friday night, with some improv, special guest, etc. Sunday nights are more of just the general read for the week, but also super fun. And just love spending time with you guys. So I look forward to you guys seeing you on Friday, and have a great rest of the week. This is an awesome energy going into the week. Just remember, don't get distracted by shiny things this week. Don't get into that Neptune energy. Stay grounded in that Capricornian energy, and you will be golden. Make sure you're writing down your affirmations and also the new narrative that you want to move forward with, okay? All right. I love you guys so much. Light and love for everybody. I will see you on Friday, and have a good week. All right. Bye, guys.